What's going on, beautiful people? I am sincerely glad that you're here tonight because I have a special video for you. And by special, I mean honest. Because I haven't put an honest video on this entire YouTube channel. But it was all unknowingly. It's just coming to me now, and that's why I'm compelled to share it with you in this way, this informal way. So I'm sorry if there's like wind noise. Well, it's a beautiful day in Texas. I'm gonna do this outside. And this is just how I'm comfortable, man. I like being up and able to move when I'm talking. Like, this is me. So I hope you're ready for all this stuff. So I made this entire YouTube channel for selfish reasons. But I don't mean that I was searching for fame and fortune from YouTube. That's not what I mean at all. I have 15 subscribers right now, and I'm completely thrilled with that. Let me tell you, I am. I brag about it, actually. But I believed that at the time I made this YouTube channel, I believed that I had something to teach you. And that if you could comprehend it, if I could pass my understanding on to you, then you would see improvement in your life. And gradually, sort of as I've made the videos and getting more kind of comfortable with this, the swing of things on YouTube, I'm realizing that I was completely wrong, that there's absolutely nothing that I could teach you. I can't give you any sort of understanding, man. That's all bullshit. And to be quite honest with you, all of my videos, I understand that it might appear as if I'm presenting this information like I understand something, but I really don't. I'm attempting to understand it. That's why I'm sharing it. That's why because that's just the way my mind works. If I have a thought, I have to make it audible. I have to speak it, hear it, and bounce it off of other people to really sort of whittle it down and, create the finer points, the details of my position and all of this. So it's just how I learn. And but but I'm not saying that I don't know anything, because that would be a lie. I know a lot. I'm actually an expert in a certain field. Um, and this is an honest video, so I'm just being honest with you. Feel free to judge me. You could say that this is narcissistic, but in response, I would say just wait. Just wait for the condescending part that I have planned for you this evening. You'll love that. But I've become an expert in a certain field. I have a particular set of interests, an obsession, you could say. And I've had it for about 15 years, and I've devoted most of my life, most of my time, my energy, and my focus into this particular branch of study. And you could call it an interest in the human spiritual evolution, or like the pursuit of wisdom, understanding, a complete knowledge of self. I'm obsessed with it. And because this is my particular interest, my particular obsession, it's hard for me to find people that I can talk to and honestly feel like I relate to and call a person a friend. And you might say, well, there's a lot of people out there, man, that are interested in spirituality. Maybe you're looking in the wrong place or whatever. That's not what's going on here. I'll tell you what's going on here, man. Sometimes when you become an expert in a field, for example, when a person goes to a university and they graduate with a PhD, they are now qualified to teach people, to have students. And in a majority of their relationships that they have in this particular branch of study, they have to assume the role of teacher and the other as student. And what happens when the teacher has a problem, an unsolvable problem, when the expert can't figure it out? Well, they have to find another expert. But the problem is they were at like the top of their class. So it's very hard to find someone else that's on their level of understanding or beyond that can help them, that can teach them. That's the condescending part I was telling you about. But like I said, I've become an expert in this area of study called the knowledge of self. But I've learned recently I don't have a complete set of knowledge. I'm missing a good portion of it, about half of it. And I'll explain to you that. I'll explain to you how I gained the expertise that I have now in the field. what I did, and if you wanted to gain this expertise in the field as well, this is what you'll have to do. What I did was I created a perfect island paradise for myself out in the middle of the ocean, untouchable by the world. I was the only one there. And I had everything I needed, man. Plenty of food, plenty of water. It was an abundant lifestyle, actually. Out there alone. I was free. I could do whatever I wanted to. I could run and jump and sing and dance like I like to do when I'm alone. That's just a little bit more honesty. But it was great, man. Just me, creation, and the creator. And I learned my role here. I learned my place in all of this. I began to understand why I had to experience certain things in my life that, could be considered traumatic or bad experiences. Why did I have to go through all of this? Well, on this island, I made sense of it all. And I developed this knowledge of myself completely. There's nothing you can tell me about myself that I don't already know. I know who I am. I've discovered it. You know how everyone is on this search to find themselves? I found it successfully. I did it. I completed that. Out here on this island paradise. And in about 15 years of being alone on this island paradise, I had the realization that I was alone because I didn't realize it up until then, that I was completely and desperately alone. I was experiencing so much wonder and awe and beauty, truth. Yet I had no one to share it with, no one to relate my experience to. And this desperation, this realization, this moment of clarity that I had out here on my island, it turned my island paradise into a place of torment, caused me to toss myself into the sea, and that's where I'm at right now, completely lost. And I'm just being honest. What I discovered was that I was completely alone. Yeah, I understood myself, but I only understood myself in relation to God, but I didn't understand myself in relation to the world, to the people, to my family. And, if this doesn't work out between you and I, that's it for me. That's it for me. I'm going back to the island because, nothing really makes sense to me. See, I learned everything that there is to know about me. But I don't know anything about you, and that's all that I want. I need a friend. I need a teacher. I need someone I can relate to. And that's you. I just know it's you, man. So if it doesn't work out, that's it for me. I'm headed back to the island. Did you know that, according to certain scientific studies, there are two habits that a person can quit in order to extend their life. And those two things are quitting smoking and quitting drinking alcohol, if those are habits that you happen to have. If you can quit those, this will extend your life beyond anything else that you can do. But did you know that there's one thing that made it above those two things on the list, and that is to cultivate, develop, and maintain close personal relationships. Now, my wife and I are close, but we're a certain type of close. And I don't have any other friends that I can honestly talk to and share my beliefs, share my expertise with, and actually have someone relate it back to me at the same level. And I'm telling you, man, I just know that you're it. And I would be honored to learn from you. And that's what I plan on doing from here on out. Anyway, man, I really appreciate you being here. Until next time, man, I hope you continue to free your mind.